Yow!
Hey, look who's here. Hey, Mean Matt.
Hey, Mean Matt here. Hey, Mean Matt here.
Hey, Mean Matt here.
Hey, Mean Matt here. Hey, Mean Matt here. Hey, Mean Matt. So, obviously, I didn't do a review last night for Extreme Rules. I did one for Fight for the Fallen. And just, whatever, it is what it is. But this was a really good show, and I think that, yeah, you know what? And there was a lot of things that could have been improved, but at the same time, it's WWE. I don't really expect that much anymore, but for what it was, I thought it was really good. Yeah, it may not have led up to a lot of expectations. A lot of the matches were kind of shit in a lot of ways, but not really too much to complain about, except for, well, I'll get to that when I get to that. So if you saw the beginning of this video, and, it's kind of like I figured that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. Because I just knew. I don't know how, but it's funny because you have Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura now. I know they had wrestling matches in Japan and everything, but this match was awesome. And it wasn't the Demon Finn Balor, which was kind of interesting how that, we have a new Intercontinental Champion in Shinsuke Nakamura. And, it's great. I was in, heaven because you have Shinsuke Nakamura, who was Intercontinental Champion of New Japan, IWGP Intercontinental Champion, now WWE Intercontinental Champion. So that's really cool. And I think that we're going to find out what happens. I mean, Nakamura wasn't on TV for very long in WWE recently. As far as I know, he was still doing matches with Rusev and take team matches, but that was kind of off to the side, I guess. I don't know, but I haven't seen him that much lately. But looking at Finn Balor as the Intercontinental Champion, which I thought was really cool, and I think that we're going to see what he can do as the Intercontinental Champion for WWE. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen, but there it is. We then had Drew Gulak versus Tony Nese, and I thought this was awesome. And I knew it was going to be. I mean, it was kind of the whole, was Tony Nese going to get the title back? And it was close. It was close, but obviously Drew Gulak retained the title, which I thought was pretty cool. And yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of fucking, let's see what happens now, because Drew Gulak definitely should keep the title now for a while. I think that he won the title, he just, should be carrying it for a bit. I don't know who can beat him for the title, but I think there's a lot of wrestlers in 205 right now that deserve it, in my opinion. So we'll find out what happens. But yeah, I'm glad that Drew actually won this match. We then go on to the No Holds Barred Take Team match, and this is the main card of the night. This was the pre-show I just mentioned, that's why I didn't talk very much about it, but here you go. This is No Holds Barred Take Team match, and for some reason I had thought this was going to be a tornado tag it wasn't, which I was surprised because we're gonna fit the hardcore stuff in, or no holds, whatever you want. It kind of fit pretty well. You had chairs and tables and all that kind of shit. Well, that was pretty cool. You have Shane McMahon, who got chokeslammed by The Undertaker. It was a reaction. He got scared or something and then got chokeslammed. You have Undertaker being taken down with a guitar from Elias, who came out from the crowd. And they beat on The Undertaker. Undertaker was put on a table. And Shane McMahon gets up and does an elbow off the top rope onto The Undertaker. You have a coast to coast, but Undertaker's one bad motherfucker, and it was almost like it didn't faze him whatsoever. So, you know, Undertaker fought back. Roman Reigns also, I mean, it was very impressed to see him in this match and doing his spirit of Shane McMahon, and it was a really good match. There was one part where Drew McIntyre was behind The Undertaker and he rises up, which I thought was kind of like, it was almost like a Terminator thing, kind of. But Undertaker turns around and he chokeslams Drew McIntyre and he tombstones Shane McMahon. So this was a really good match. In that regard, now a lot of people are going to say that Undertaker botched a lot of moves. Now, I don't think that happened at all. I think that, yeah, I know Undertaker's getting up there. That's just a fact of life. But the fact of the matter is, he still has a little bit of fight left in him. So, we'll see how it goes. There was a stare down between Drew and Undertaker, actually. And that was pretty cool, just to see those two guys, you know, maybe have a match with those two. One match at least. So now you have the Revival versus the Usos. And this was what I predicted and what I was glad happened. You know, Usos definitely had a good, you know, fighting back and everything, and they whooped the Revival's ass, but also having the Revival do their double team moves, and there was a point where Dawson pretended he got hurt, and so the referee looks at him and he pretends to faint, I guess, which I thought was pretty cool. But they definitely are one of the best old school like tag teams in the WWE right now. But yeah, the match definitely went to the Revival, and I thought it was amazing to see how, you know, they actually want to stick with the Revival as the tag team champions. I didn't know what was going to happen because they were also made up like a joke, kind of, but at the same time, I think the Revival's awesome. I think that they can make the tag team division better, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I like the Usos as well, but I think, like I said before, the Usos already had their time. So let's right now have this as the WWE having new wrestlers as the champions, I guess. Then you have Aleister Black versus Cesaro, which was also really cool. And I thought Cesaro didn't fight back a lot, but he did. There was a lot of uppercuts between the both of them. And yeah, I mean, Cesaro still really is aggressive and annoying. I think it could have been a lot better. But Aleister Black hit the Black Mass to get the win. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if the feud still continues. I don't know what the recall would have been, but yeah, it's pretty cool that Aleister came out and they didn't change his character because of weeks of this whole, somebody better knock out my daughter and kick my ass or whatever. So, I mean, he had a different attire, but that's nothing. But yeah, I can't wait to see what happens, and I'm hoping that they use Cesaro for something at least. So we have Bayley versus Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss, and it's just it was a waste in my opinion. I thought that there should have been a heel turn or a face turn or a double turn, if you will. Like I mentioned in my review, it didn't happen. So that's unfortunate. But it was still a really good match. Bayley took a bump after trying to get to Alexa, and Alexa pushed her off, and she landed right on the steps face first. So I'm surprised she didn't get a shiner from that, but this was pretty cool. Nikki Cross definitely was good in this match as well. I think this was the beginning. I want to see what else Bayley and Alexa Bliss can do with this feud. I also want to know if Alexa's going to turn or Nikki's going to turn in the future, because I don't know what the fuck happened. And I didn't watch Raw, so I don't know what happened, and I want to find out. Because this storyline, I don't even know if Alexa's face or if she's heel, or I don't, like, they had a really good backstage segment with the Street Profits, which I thought was pretty cool. I thought Alexa was going to break character at some point in that segment, but by the way, if you can tell me where I can get Alexa Bliss coffee, that would be fucking great. Yeah, this was a good match. Bayley retained the title, and I can't wait to see what else they can do with this feud, or at least have Bayley and Nikki in a feud. That would be interesting. Then we go on to the match of the night, and holy shit. So, WWE is starting to let loose again with exploring the space when it comes to last man standing matches or falls count anywhere matches, and this match was fucking great. And I pretty much knew it was going to be. I didn't really, because they were just two big guys, and it wasn't really much of a challenge, but it was pretty awesome in my opinion. I thought these two guys did a great job in this match with using the space to their advantage and having Braun Strowman being buried through the announce table from Bobby Lashley, but beating the 10 count and lasting a long time in this match. Having Bobby Lashley get his ass kicked by Braun Strowman and ask him for more. The moment of the night was being in the crowd and having, I'm not quite sure, it was a platform, and yeah, Braun Strowman did the power slam off that platform and onto the floor, and he thought that they weren't going to get up at the 10 count. Braun gets up and crashes through the wall and makes a 10 count. So Braun Strowman wins the match. This was an awesome match, I gotta say. I can't wait to see what else happens. Braun really needs his due. I think Braun, and I've said this before, it's time. Let's fucking see what happens. We got a triple threat for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship. There's the New Day, Big E, and Xavier versus Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan versus Heavy Machinery. And there was, you expected a lot to happen in this match with Heavy Machinery, the new team in WWE, I guess. But I was really impressed with them, more impressed with the New Day. I mean, like I said, I didn't think the New Day should have won the Tag Team Championships, but I'm glad they did. I'm glad that because you'll see later on in the night. But yeah, basically, new tag team champions. So we'll see what happens with Brian and Eric. I mean, I'm sure they'll still be a team or whatever, but yeah, it's pretty cool to see what they can do as well. You know, Eric Rowan either being a tag team partner or a bodyguard of some kind. So we can't wait to see what happens there. So, I guess it's 2016. I just moved into a new house, or a new apartment. I just met Kyle. And I guess we're gonna go back to the same shit! So let me get this straight. You have Ricochet as the US champion. You know, he ran with it. It's awesome. They did a Chronicle series with him. That was really cool. But don't, because AJ Styles is a heel now, we have to make it as the fucking champion. This was a really good match. I really liked it. It wasn't a great match, mind you. It was a really good match. But Ricochet is no longer the champion. You got AJ Styles as the new US champion, and they're fucking... So what now? You know, it's another example of same old, same old. You couldn't have Ricochet last longer with the US Championship. You really fucking couldn't, could you? I mean, I like AJ Styles and whatever, but you know, this shit never really fucking happened. It's just, it shouldn't have fucking happened. So, I don't know, I heard through the dirt sheet that Finn Balor was going to take time off from WWE. I'm not quite sure. But I'm going to make a prediction right now, and that is have Finn turn heel and join the club. That sounded funny, but that's just the way I see it. Change your fucking name too, by the way. Oh my, you know, I get it. You got copyright bullshit, but holy shit, the guys should have changed the fucking name, but nope, neither stole the club. So, AJ Styles is the US champion. Of course, he was just the WWE champion. So, but let's have him go back. And let's have him win a mid-card title? Well, that's fucking dumb. I know it's happened, but that's fucking just, you know. So what does that mean for Ricochet? So they'll probably feud again for a few months, maybe. Who knows? But that booking was fucking stupid. It was really fucking dumb. So we get this match, and in the pre-show, we had Kevin Owens talk, and he was saying that he had spoken to Shane, and they was going to be put in a match against Dolph Ziggler at Extreme Rules, which it was just thrown in there, so I thought that was pretty cool. You know, to think Kevin Owens being a face, and I know I call it the Big Show treatment. Let's have him turn face, then heel, then face, then heel, then face. Almost like what they did with fucking AJ, but who knows. I think this is good for him. You know, he is kind of like shooting, but he's also... I don't know, I mean... all the stuff that he's saying is true. They're focusing a lot less on wrestlers that they should be focusing on, and focusing on more of the McMahons, minus Linda. But the fact of the matter is it's true. So this match happened. Dolph Ziggler comes out. Hey, I haven't seen Dolph in a while. First match since May, apparently. Out comes Kevin Owens. Match begins. Stunner. Kevin wins the match, and you know, good riddance. Now let's see if we could put Kevin Owens in a title match in the future. That would be pretty fucking cool. I mean, I love Kevin Owens, and I mean, I'm always going to be a fan. You know, I'm watching all of him from Ring of Honor. in his days there. Kevin Owens is one of the best wrestlers today, in my opinion. So we have the WWE Championship match. We've got Kofi Kingston versus Samoa Joe. And this was really cool. Obviously, Kofi Kingston taught Samoa Joe by doing the finger thing. And yeah, this was good. Got some good spots in there. And yeah, Kofi hits a Trouble in Paradise. It seemed like it was a quick match, but it really wasn't. It was just... I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you. But yeah, Kofi ended up retaining the title. And, you know, I'm actually okay with that. You know, I was iffy on having the New Day with the titles, the tag team titles, but I think that is awesome just to see all three guys now have gold. That's pretty cool, you know. So, I mean, and Kofi's still a champion. Obviously, they still have faith in Kofi Kingston, so that's awesome as well. But I just think that they need to do something with Samoa Joe. I just don't know what it is. But, again, taking the U.S. title off of him was pretty dumb as well. But what can I say? You know, that just... You know, that's too bad the way things happen, but that's just the way it is. So we have the main event of the night, the mixed match, take team match, winner take all. So if Becky and Seth lost, then Lacey and Baron would be the Universal and Women's Champions. So this was a really cool match as well. I think that one of the best things that happened in the night was, and you know, I think that it's okay if you have intergender wrestling matches as long as, I don't know, it's just something I like about it. And I know that sounds kind of weird maybe, but you know, you have Baron Corbin give Becky Lynch the End of Days. Now, Baron Corbin was also putting a Disarmer, so I don't care. That's fair to me. So Baron Corbin puts Becky Lynch in the End of Days. Seth can see what's going on. He goes over, takes a kendo stick, and he just whoops Baron's ass. So yeah, this was pretty cool. And 3 curb stops. And Becky and Seth win. We couldn't celebrate for too fucking long. Now I get it. Paul Heyman's in Philadelphia. ECW. That's a given. That's awesome. Paul Heyman comes out and he says, I'm in Philadelphia. Brock Lesnar's in Philadelphia. Here's a spoiler. We're going to have a new Universal Champion or a new WWE Champion. And, you know, I'm glad that he didn't cash in on Kofi Kingston. But here's the thing. You have Brock Lesnar coming out. And, you know, Seth is not as beat up as I thought. But hey, what the fuck do I know, right? So, Seth, and, you know, he's looking at Brock. Brock comes in. Brock comes in, the match starts. F5, 1, 2, 3. Your new Universal fucking Champion! You know, I don't get it. I just don't fucking get it, you know? You should have learned the first 2 times. Brock Lesnar, really? You couldn't have Seth Rollins square him over? You did that with Baron Corbin. But no, he's Brock fucking Lesnar. I guess we can't fucking do that, can we? This fucking bullshit. This fucking bullshit. And, you know, the sad part is you actually fucking gave him the title. You gave him the title. You didn't have to give him the fucking title. You should have got the fucking briefcase. He makes this out to be a fucking joke. You want to know why I fucking hate Brock Lesnar? Jon Moxley's interview from Talk is Jericho. The guy's so fucking unprofessional, it's not fucking funny. You do business. I don't care what you think. So I hope that the fans in the arena that night, I hope the fans at home watching Extreme Rules on Sunday took a good look at the Universal Champion. Because now, now, you only have one main title.